Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64 Randomizer Season 4. We've got the Beta Blitz Finals. The Beta Blitz bracket, which would be our 16 through 32 finishers in our qualifier from last week, have condensed in a single elimination bracket over the course of the week down to two people, MikeChamp and Zorulda. It's going to be a good one for you. I am Larock. I'll be on the mic for you tonight, and I'm joined by one Mumbo. How you doing?
Greetings. You only said the first part of my name. I was waiting for the second one. But we're on a first name basis, Larock.
Look, man,
I should say.
You've dropped the token from like everywhere I can see.
That is true.
So,
that is true.
I put it in the marquee. So, hey, I got. Give me something.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think it's cool. I think you know me well enough.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Be tight. Anyway.
But I'm excited for this match. I think this match is cool. This is a show off or a showdown between our rando expert MikeChamp versus our DK expert Zorulda. See which force is stronger.
Renowned DK64 speedrunner Zorulda. Absolute beast. I don't even know what records he has. You might know.
I don't know if he has any records anymore, but there was a time that I think he had all three main category records on Nintendo 64 at the same time. I could be making that up, but he's a force to be reckoned with for sure.
We'll see how he does in a rando world. Pretty standard start. There's a world where we can get to the top of Creme Island instantly and start doing stuff, which is kind of weird, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that 1 and 3 with Helm Switch Sanity. I think if you're starting with a pad move that can get you into Helm, you always do that in your early clear before you even go into any levels. Because too often, because it just ends up being a Sphere Zero check. So too often it just ends up being something you want to do right now. And especially starting with sacks too, that's 2 checks you can do right off the bat.
A little suspicious.
Assuming the pad is right.
If and only if the pad hits. And then, well, okay, the sax pad is a little weird because tag anywhere, but I don't know. Timers are ticking.
Logic.
Here we go.
Oh, we're getting into it.
Yes, they got uppity in the race time, so they sent them off. What's new? They always do. They never wait for poor old Rock. They just want to get going as fast as they can. Oh, Windows noise. That's huge. That's fine. Don't look at your Windows notifications. Aim. That's my bad. What do we got in the start? Garbage. That is not a bad pull, though. Shockwave right now.
That is not. Especially in your early clip. Like, that's just 101 things they gotta do before they enter any levels now.
Yep, so that'll slow us down a bit. Especially if it does indeed turn out to be Balloon to Creme Isle, we'll see. Good dice in the sprint cage. Dirt? Doesn't look like
On the dirt, too, yeah.
Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, we got a Season 3 star with this Shockwave.
First divergence. Mike's going straight into a level, maybe just to get a hint. What level it is. You don't like to see Galleon, though.
I kind of do like to see Galleon, because I want to hit this Splash.
He can't swim out of here, though. It's so annoying.
Yeah, he'll live.
Oh, what a pull.
You sure about that? You sure you can't swim out of here? Not so fast.
That's so funny.
Okay, first big hint. James Force lobbies. Key 3, Key 4, Key 5, Key 8, Lanky Phase, and Kongs. That's probably diving that we just picked up.
Right? What's so cool about that hint, too, is I think that's a hint that I've never seen before. 3, 4, 5, 8 Lanky Free Kongs. It's a hintagami, you know?
Yahtzee.
You don't see those very often.
Didn't see anything on Isles Cranky, but I was not looking that hard, I'm afraid. Oh, gets his access to another level, too. Alright, what do we got in Castle? Level 4.
Whoa, Shockwave Wah? That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy. Never seen that one before.
Unbelievable. Alright, what's our third level then? Caves. Okay, that's a little more interesting. Camera got a Shockwave, and Camera is on the path to Key 4, Lanky Phase, and Kongs. Huh.
Yeah, that's in combination with the Shockwave hint. I mean, there are so many fairies in the game that it could be going elsewhere, but Shockwave does enough that it could totally take up that hint. What
kind of diving Shockwave combos do you have? Or diving Camera, maybe? It's an underwater fairy?
I mean, the only underwater fairy I can think of is the one in the 5-door ship. Tiny's in the 5-door ship.
Alas, it is Monkey Port to get to the top of Creme, so it is not our balloon that we kind of hoped for. But it's kind of looking like Caves is the first level it wants to let you in on. Gonna get your GBs. Mike has not picked up a GB yet, so he actually can't get in here. It's 1 GB. Ooh, 2 potions on Funky. And, oh, wouldn't you know it, we don't have Funky. That's...
Oh, that's the one we're missing, dang.
That's tragic. Well, where is he? Let's wander into the shop and see if we can get a little bit of info. Perhaps this is something we may be able to clue into diving, because this looks like a pretty nice shop. Japes?
The little unfortunate about Caves is that there's really nowhere to use your just hinted items. You know, Shockwave and diving, so...
There's a little
Kosher Dirt's a long way away.
Yeah, not even close. I mean, how expensive were the other levels? I didn't quite catch.
Saw Galleon was 7, I believe.
Oh,
Didn't see the other.
Oh, you're not getting into that anytime soon. Oh, maybe.
Balloon action. Balloonus immediately. Ooh. Well, I know why Camera's Path to Free Kongs.
Oh, here we go.
But we are going to need Punch if we want that, so... We need to find Chunky and Punch first.
Dirt in Factory is pretty easy to get to, so just gotta find Chunky. Trash Can. Alright, now we got some action. With Sacks, no problem. We just need Mini.
Alright, halfway there. And no either horse to worry about either, because there could be like really weird logic with Trash Can.
Yeah. Mike's out of here instantly. He's going back to Castle. I guess Castle was cheap, so...
Caves early just feels bad. There's not a lot you can do. Especially like turning the igloos off, there's even less you can do.
I would hesitate to leave before checking the tomato. I feel like you have to look at the tomato.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an early Sphere 0.
And the Kasplat over here. I feel like this is a really good check.
Yeah, I agree with that. Plus, like, Caves has really good hints too.
Yeah,
especially if you can do it on top of the cabins.
Yeah. Well, the tomato has nothing. And we got a pretty favorable castle spawn. Although, to be honest, there's not a lot of unfavorable ones in Castle.
And Castle's one of those levels that, like, you really have to pay attention to your spawn to route this level properly. Especially if you want to get, like, the tiny metal or the DK metal that really kind of force you into walking.
Right. In this instance, you would, like, walk to the top and then maybe, like, pause exit to go back to the Warp 4 landing and then walk down from there. Something weird like that. But
especially with Shockwave available, you want to go to the top here.
Yeah, you actually might drop down.
Another Fresh Kong.
Oh, that one's much easier to get to.
Right. Logically requires either Twirl or O-Stand, which nowhere to be found yet.
Wait, I missed the Helm order. We don't have Twirl or O-Stand, which is a little awkward. Hopefully one of those turns up. And
Mike will probably get the Helm order when he gets to the top here.
Hopefully. I'm kind of interested in this diving to Kongs because it doesn't really fit with the camera and the dirt patches we know. Does it?
I mean, it might be like diving to Punch or diving to Twirl or something.
Ooh, weapon upgrade. That's homing or sniper. On Shared Caves Cranky.
Potion coming on the side of Mike, except he's poor!
He's broke! They're both broke!
Didn't pick up a single coin.
I think that weapon upgrade means it's a... hang on. I got sniped by a hint. Stormy Tunnel, Key 3, Key 8, Lanky K roll. That does not combine with the camera. It could combine with diving, but diving doesn't really do you anything unless it's a bonus barrel for diving, which would be kind of weird. I could fit.
It's also like a complete subset of the diving hint, so I could see like diving to Coconut and then Coconut for Stormy Tunnel.
Yeah. Make a lot of sense. Coconut's quite good.
Oh.
Zorulda spending the time to get it, to like fish for like lanky metal maybe in caves. Unfortunately, Mike got the hint that cave CBs are foolish, so it's actually bunk.
Good density though.
With
Balloon, I feel like Cave's Lanky Metal, especially if you go to the top of the pillar, because splat with it, you get the 20 Lanky Bananas. Get a nice splat.
So Mike just got the hint for what might be the first key we find, and that's Galleon Metals to key 5. Diving on the path from that just makes perfect sense. So, and we have access to Galleon.
I learned this recently, is that 4 out of the 5 Kongs, everybody except DK, absolutely requires diving to get their medal. Fun fact.
Galleon be like that, that's for sure. I just assumed that was true. You could have told me 5 for 5 and I'd be
crazy either ors with like tiny metal, but nope, they all require diving. At least with 50.
Depending on what diving locks, I wouldn't be surprised if DK's also requires diving. Oh, nice third melon. That's huge. That's right. Oh, there was a key here. Never mind, I made that up. Alright. Key on Isle's Cranky Tiny. It's key 1. Kind of makes sense. We had hints for everything else. Except for key 7. It could be, I guess key 7's out in the wind.
Is that just key 1 that we got?
It's key 1 on Isle's Cranky Tiny.
Yeah.
That I didn't look on the first try, but Zorulda did. He paid attention on his look, and I was like, yep, I'm coming back for that sucker.
Not
he's
even
gonna
gonna
look
see what level it is.
Wow, he's got more levels to look at. He hasn't seen this galleon. He hasn't seen the castle.
Oh.
He just went into caves and just started rolling.
Oh, so he doesn't have diving yet, even.
Nothing really interesting in castle that we know of that we can do. We would love to be able to do that. Mike would love to be able to do the trash, but no mini monkey. All right, now we just now we're all over the place. Oasis and Totem Area, key 7, key 8. I saw Diddy K rule.
Diddy phase, tiny phase, and free Kongs.
Oh.
Which is not a hint we've seen yet this seed, so it's all of our path hints have been different so far. I'm really excited for that.
It's getting a little freaky.
Yeah.
That's our first key 7 hint. That's our first Diddy K rule hint. That's our first Tiny K rule hint. And more Kong hints, which doesn't bode well for where DK is.
Rooms to 4.
Whoa.
Rooms to 4 might just be the ferry inside the museum, since we already have camera to 4.
That'd fit pretty well, but how do you get diving to make that work? I guess diving gets you monkey port? If diving gets you monkey port, that would fit for key 8 too.
Surely.
It's pretty good. A little early to call, but I kind of like it.
I mean, just every room requires items, right? There's no Sphere Zero rooms, are there? So just diving could get you any item that's used in the room somewhere.
It could be a diving minigame like the ballroom or something weird. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, just it could be something really messed up. Diving can do that. It doesn't usually do that, but it has the capability. Zorulda with everyone's favorite flip, trophy flip.
There's a potion up here, rewarded, if you can get up here.
Oh, well, I mean, now he's definitely going to stick around until he gets it. Oh, another key on Funky, but we don't have Funky. So, what key is that?
I would guess key 3. You find Funky and Jades. You got Stormy to 3-8 Lanky. Could be Funky there. How to logic Blast?
There's our key 1 hint. Okay, Blast. I mean... so we're out of logic barrels?
And Balloon.
No, just barrels. We have Balloon.
Oh, we have Balloon, right. But we need Lanky, or we need Chunky.
Barrels
as well.
Barrels and Chunky for Blast. Not that we really have any reason to want Blast right now, so that doesn't feel that useful yet.
Definitely no DK phase. So like a locked Blast like that could just mean that don't do it.
Could be, yeah. It doesn't look like it's getting hinted yet. And we're kind of running out of things to hint for it. I mean, you would have to get like diving hint or barrels hinted.
Yeah, well, we got a bunch of Lanky phase hints, right? And any one of those could be barrels.
That's true. And yeah, we haven't seen like a solo Lanky phase to like as like an end, as like a path capstone. So it's possible you get barrels and then have to use it somehow. And that Blast is a pretty solid item, like Llama Temple access. Stretch goal for the tree.
Crown feels so annoying to go back for sometimes.
Yeah, I guess we do have Shockwave hinted, so that actually does limit it pretty substantially. So best to give me is like key 4, but there's no rooms for key 4. It could get you like trombone, I guess, but that seems like a stretch. Yeah, actually that Blast is pretty bad. Looking like.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing any blast checks that weren't just like insane density or just really fast for a potential GB.
Something like a Factory Blast course is pretty good, but no more.
Absolutely.
Like attempting
cutscene against my will.
Like attempting to rectify his money situation. We haven't seen a rainbow coin yet, which is tragic.
Yeah, I mean, rainbow coin seeds versus non-rainbow coin seeds. It's actually kind of a massive difference. To the point where, you know, you see a rainbow coin on like a 30-second check, like on a bonus barrel or on a, you know, Caves Tomato game. I feel like you just do it just to get your first rainbow coin, not have to worry about it. Get new Kongs, get coins.
Yeah. I got a price check on Jungle Japes access. Was that like more expensive than 7? Because it's kind of looking like our race now is just to get 7 GBs and get in a galleon and get rolling there.
charge on the Cranky Tiny Potion in Castle.
Oh.
Not very helpful yet, if at all. 8 for Japes.
Yeah, I don't really see any use for it in our hinted stuff.
It's about 13 minutes in and 7 GBs. It's a little slow.
Feeling
For
it.
the seed, not our runners. Seed's a little slow on GBs right now.
Yeah, the seed is kind of struggling. Oh no. Oh no, is Mike about to be broke again? He's gonna hate this a lot.
Can't afford this.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah. he knows
Although-
he's broke.
We haven't peaked level 2 yet, so maybe you're supposed to go into level 2 before going into Galleon.
Yeah, that was Japes. I didn't
Oh,
see...
level 2 was Japes?
Yeah, level
Oh,
2 is
gotcha.
Japes. I didn't see how expensive it was. I don't know if anyone knows. 8.
Sarah
Oh,
says 8.
okay. Great.
Dang. Oh, Mike didn't do his first trip through.
He didn't
Caves.
even
I was
go
thinking,
into
like,
Yeah,
with only 7 GBs, there's got to be at least one more available before you're expected to go into Galleon.
I thought he went into caves and then dipped out so fast that he like didn't do anything. No, he actually just didn't go into caves at all. I made that up.
Right.
And now Zorulda is experiencing money problems. This is it's a bit of a struggle. The thing is you can like, there's a world where you could like maybe read into the coin logic a little bit. Like, if I could buy key 1 or this move, it's pretty likely that I don't need either immediately.
Right.
But if I can buy both, it's fair game.
Because where are we finding 6 tiny coins in Galleon? Does that exist? I guess if you have diving, it absolutely exists. Somewhere, right? Where am I getting tiny coins in Galleon? Are you expected to become on guard and break the box for the tiny coins?
That's horrifying. You're not getting to the lighthouse. You can get into Tiny's 5-door
Yeah.
ship. Does that have anything?
It's got a 3, a little cluster of 3, I believe.
No vines. Are there even coins up there? No.
Man.
Oh no. Yeah, tiny coins are not exactly plentiful. I mean, coins in Galleon aren't exactly great either.
Oh, there's a bunch in caves that Mike can get, that's right.
I don't know if I'd call them a bunch, but there's not none.
There's enough to be able to afford T1 without having to
Right.
break boxes.
Of course, he just did the tomato slam for the 7th GB to get into Galleon, so he might go into Galleon instead. But he might
So down for that.
scoop up an 8th and then discover he can get into Japes, and Japes is looking a lot better because you get chunky.
Yeah, and you can just get him now. There's nothing physically stopping you. Just logically, a twirl.
And we're above logic, of course.
Of course. In this chat.
Yes. Yes, quite.
Fortunately, even with the first trip to Castle, it didn't really give you anything that's too useful in caves here, so we're just going to be seeing Mike doing all the stuff Zorulda already did, and Zorulda doing all the stuff Mike already did.
Yep. Par for the course, so your early routing is nice. You might end up with like a minute or 2 edge, depending on how you handle your castle or etc. Maybe you opted to do a couple extra things or something. But at the end of the day, I think they're probably going to enter their 3rd level at about the same time. One might pick Japes, one might pick Galleon. We'll see.
I don't know if there's necessarily another GB in, I guess, either of their futures, but I doubt that they would dump. It's a choice. If you have diving, you just go to Galleon, but I feel like if you didn't have diving, it's a choice. Do you dump and go to a better level?
I think I like Japes here more.
Yeah. So you would, even with diving, you think you would dump and go to Japes?
What am I doing?
Besides just going to Galleon?
I mean, Galleon is really slow. I like to have some
Yeah.
direction running around Galleon.
Mm-hmm.
I've been roasted before for just spending some time clearing out Galleon because it's just not a fast level to run around in.
Oh, well, there it is. Simultaneous 8th GB, so no dumping today.
Right, magnificent.
That's really funny. That was like frame perfect too.
Let's flip on the cabin. Is this a new hit? No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, I think we've seen all the available hints up to this point between the two of them.
They run into the, they probably ran into the large boulder room. But, yeah.
Whatever Zorulda did differently has netted him an extra GB and an extra chunky blueprint, though. Or maybe Mike hasn't been to Igloo yet.
Yeah, it's probably like on top of the Igloo. So here's all your info. That's probably going to push Mike into Japes. He's going to be like, aha!
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't actually seen Japes yet, so...
Zorulda's on his way there now. So I think small lead for Zorulda. I didn't notice in particular what would have created that lead, but maybe just being a little faster.
Yeah, he didn't get to buy charge, so it's possible he like bought a GB instead or something.
Right, the coins. So Zorulda did peak charge, but doesn't know it's charge yet.
But now Mike gets to buy Sniper. No? You're not buying Sniper. That's kind of crazy, man.
I just let it rip. I don't even read. I just buy it.
That's definitely a Sniper hint. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he actually like read it. I guess he's like feeling the money constraints, so he's like, I gotta be careful about what buying it is. Yeah, I guess it's not used for all that much. You can just like run back and get it whenever you want, I guess, if you know you need it, but I don't know. That seems kind of slow if you have to. And 4 lanky coins? I mean, you're sitting on 14. I feel like you're kind of comfy. I don't know. I think there's a fair case to skip it.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a matter of, like, how much do you value saving the 6 seconds it takes to read? Because if you lose there, then it is a net negative. Like, the knowledge that it is Sniper, it worked out for him, I think.
Yeah. But if it was like a slam, you like had to buy it anyway, then...
Absolutely.
I don't know, I think if you just commit and buy it, you don't really, like, lose that much time. Even if it's junk.
I agree. And that's why I would buy that potion in that situation.
Especially with Lanky having enough. Tiny, I would never buy it with Tiny because Tiny's just broke right now. Okay, here we go. Forest Shops is an interesting hint.
That's Diddy and Free Kongs. And so I would expect...
All right.
I don't have any 3 Diddy Free Kongs, so I'd expect that to be on Cranky's shop.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a funky angle. Here's Chunky, as expected. Hello, Chunky. I don't know how you're in logic, but we'll figure you out later.
Love to see rainbow coins.
Oh my god. My beloved. Get in here. Just gotta spend some time scooping back up key 1. And then he will probably go into Jabes. He might be thinking Galleon, but he probably wants to see the new level. He might look at the level 7 Galleon and be like, well, the new level's probably gonna be even more expensive. Okay, nah, he didn't bite. Okay, now we're cooking, because this is a Stormy Tunnel potion that is locked by O-Stand and
locked
diving.
By diving.
Oh my.
So this might be our Stormy Tunnel path to 3-8 Lanky. Here.
No, it's not, because the camera is not path to 3.
Oh. Why is camera relevant?
Camera got his diving. Or no, camera got shockwave.
No, camera got shockwave.
I'm silly. Yeah, here we go. This fits really well, though.
I think this is our 3-8 Lanky. So O-Stand is out there.
It could be diving locked, it could be... Could just be, like, in the Hive Tunnel in Japes. It could be just Kevin. Or actually, probably not Kevin. Kevin's Coke.
Or the side of...
Could just be, like... Could be a Galleon shop or something, yeah.
What is it? I want to know.
Seems Mike has max rolled Chunky's head size. Okay.
Bone's good there.
Now we're cooking with Trombone. So, seems like camera gets us barrels then somehow?
Yeah, it would have to be.
It's pretty
because
well.
camera can't lead to that at all, assuming it is the Stormy Tunnel path. Pearl spotted. Write that down.
Oh, no.
I mean, you get owned by it once, where you didn't write down a Pearl, you'll never get owned by it again.
Yeah, it's disastrous.
You write those down.
We are no strangers to Pearl incidents. It doesn't look like a Pearl is coming as of yet, but remains to be seen. I want to see... So here's what I'm thinking. Hear me out, right? Key 4, I'm putting in the museum. So camera gets you barrels, and then you take the barrels to the museum. Castle Rooms Key 4, bang.
Okay.
Got it in 1.
Yeah. I like it.
100%er.
And then, yeah. Because we eventually want to find punch. Yeah, diving gives us punch, maybe, for the other half of key 4.
Well,
seems reasonable.
we started with punch, didn't we? No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a
Yeah,
different...
well,
a second 4
you're
shots.
right.
Ooh. A second 4 shots in is a little weird. Key 3 tiny K roll, that's not overlapping at all. So key 3 is off into the wind. Probably not on funky anymore?
Yeah.
So it's key 7 on funky then, right?
It would have to be.
Which then means we need to get to Aztec before we can get wherever funky is in Japes. Ooh. Was getting weird. Seems we're not walking out of here with funky yet. Unless... I tried.
No, he's got to be behind Coconut at this point.
Coconut.
We've seen everything.
Yeah. Could be Feather, but that seems like a... Well, actually...
Like, zoom it in to make sure he really knows what's on Cranky's shop there.
Actually, don't hate Feather, because Feather could get you tiny K roll. Feather could be the item in Aztec.
Sure.
Maybe.
And then Feather gets Coconut somewhere else. Yeah, maybe.
You know, the hive exists. There's a possibility. Well, actually, that probably doesn't fit. Probably doesn't fit, because then Minnie would have to slide into that path somehow, and that doesn't really coincide. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably just Coconut and Aztec. Zorulda running back to the museum. Has he smelled key 4 here? This is crazy. He doesn't have barrel, so he can't do it, but... Oh, he might be trying to swipe the fairy here.
Yeah, just because camera to 4. Is it? Oh, it's slant. I mean, that could be what you're looking for, potentially.
Oh, jeez.
Because what level's Galleon? Well, Galleon's not a slam level.
Aw. We know we need Monkey Port, too. Monkey Port's gonna be on the path to 8.
Key 4 spotted.
Aha, key 4. Bingo.
Good job, Larock.
It's a nice pickup, but... Well, it's nice knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peaks are almost as valuable as picking the item up.
Maybe.
I think so. I really do. There's just too much of the game that is so hard to get to that if you know where something is, it helps you out so much better.
And even if it's not an item that you ever are going to pick up, just knowing it's there could help you sort out some endpoints.
So no progression out of Japes. We got Chunky, but we got Chunky, we got Trombone, but no keys. We
So you're not supposed to have Chunky yet.
That too. That's weird. So it's gotta be like...
You gotta do something in Galleon.
It's like, yeah, Galleon's our answer, I guess.
Maybe just Galleon colored bananas? Which metals can we do right now? Because I don't think we can do tiny metal with just diving and stacks. There's no way.
Trombone might be enough.
Trombone and diving, because there's what, 15 and it's almost certainly enough. Trombone.
Let's run the numbers.
I'm doing it.
Oh my god. Balloon, diving, on guard, grape, punch. Okay, no grape. I think we need grape still. Grape or coconut for Lankies.
Yeah, and then tinies. You want to read through all this?
Oh my god, tinies is a wall of requirements. I think we're
Lanky?
pretty short.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we need like another gun or two, I think, for tinies.
Diving, on guard, stacks, and slam, maybe.
I think it needs more, doesn't it? Diving, on guard, feather, sax, fine. Oh my god, there's too many options here.
Fine. We need one more move.
And we're losing the plot. We're in Galleon. Roll the running leverage punch him to you. Ah!
That's funky peaked on the hunter.
Ah! Alright, I was cooking with the feather. I was cooking. That was the one spot it had to be. If it was in the hive tunnel, because it couldn't be mini-locked, because we had too many tiny K-roll hints not tied to the same key. So now, we have Feather, and Hunky gets you whatever key is on Funky. Probably key 7, I think. So I'm thinking we're back to Feather and Aztec again. And then maybe Funky also sells some other stuff. Like, he's got 2 potions in caves. It's possible he sells Peanut in 1, and then maybe, like, Rocket in Forest. Okay, that's kind of alarming because of the Kong path tied to that hint in Forest. Maybe DK is just buried at this point. I don't think we're seeing DK for a while. It's possible we need Diddy to get DK.
Write that down. Write that fairy down. Write it down. I don't know.
but, like,
This is also a seed that you know that you need minis, so that bumps up the odds ever so slightly, even if it doesn't actually do such a thing.
Yeah.
But just knowing that mini exists in your seed.
Well, the question is,
coming eventually.
So what is on BFI right now? I think it's nothing.
Probably.
I think it's actually nothing. I think you can rule out key 3. I think there's too many hints. And it's not, and because there's a key 3 tiny K roll hint, and we think the other tiny K roll hint points a feather, that one would have to point to mini, which would then brick it. Speaking of weird key 3, diving, trombone, and one of mini or feather, maybe? Maybe? Doesn't necessarily have to be, but... Not like a sub. It's not like... Zorulda just taking a stroll around the worst cop on the force. He didn't even give him a second glance. Off he goes. Didn't even bother to give him a concert. What a nice guy.
Why can't K3 be in the sub?
K3 in the sub? Trombone. I don't know how you fit trombone in there.
Why is... Oh, right, bone to 3. Right.
Ooh, we know we need mini for trash. Right, that's a pretty good spot for it. Okay, whoa there.
Yeah, but... Yeah, because you don't need feather for that, because you started with Sax.
Donkey's held by a fairy and japes, so that's peanut locked. Whoa. That's... Okay, whoa. That makes me think that diving is O-stand, or O-stand is diving locked. So... Probably just like here. And maybe it's peanut in Aztec instead. I feel like we're pretty likely to find O-stand, maybe in the 2-door ship. Could be in Tiny's 5-door ship, that's a possibility. I don't think we find it in Lanky's 5-door ship, that doesn't make sense. Maybe the Gold Tower? Gold Tower would be crazy.
Forest Shops could also just be peanut, right? Why not?
Yeah, Forest Shops could be peanut, but... Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense too, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we don't really have anything distinguishing Rocket and Peanut.
And then
they're both Path to Free Kongs.
And then O-stand gives you... Or what's the item in Aztec then? The item in Aztec would be Feather, which gets you... Yeah. I don't know how. That leads you to Kongs.
Unless maybe you buy peanuts on Funky Kong in Forest.
Oh. Now we're cooking. Is there a world where it's O-stand on the Galleon medal and then you have to use O-stand to get key 5 somewhere? I think we're like out of O-stand checks, right?
We already know O-stand leaves the bone.
Yeah, that doesn't. No, that also doesn't work because of the trombone position. It can't be O-stand on the Galleon medal. Oh, like O-stand has to turn up here somewhere. Clock Tower fits pretty well, I think. Well, just any underwater checking Galleon fits pretty well.
Is there any way we can get a Galleon medal out of Logic? I don't think so. I think we're just not seeing key 5 yet.
Grr. You really want to, because we've been talking about, like, what's the item in Aztec? We can't get into Aztec. And this key 5 would give us 2 looks at Aztec. Or we find barrels, and that gives us a look at key 4.
Right. Could still be key 4 next.
But we're still out of Logic Chunky, so O-stand kind of like has to turn up at some point. But like, do we really care where O-stand is?
Not really.
I don't think so.
Just to know what paths it's on.
Yeah, it would help. Like if you knew it was like diving lock, that'd be like something to work with diving.
Yeah, and that tells you to stop chasing diving to those particular endpoints. 3-8 lanky free Kongs.
The trouble with that Stormy Tunnel bonus barrel is that it was a diving minigame, so that like kind of solves itself. You don't need diving to get you O-stand. Well, it would be really nice if it did, just to not have to stress about it. Oh, Candy doesn't have anything either. Oh man, and we don't have Funky, so we can't even like get anything out of his shop. All right, we're leaning on the Cactus Gasplide here to deliver, or
and if it's not that, what do? You start checking bosses?
I think you check Tiny's Igloo, right? Or Tiny's 5-door ship.
Right.
Okay, Tiny's Igloo is actually not bad either.
I think no, we haven't been to the 5-door ship yet.
Tiny's 5-door ship is good. Lanky's 5-door ship is something, but it doesn't. I don't think it's likely to get you what you want right now.
Can't get there yet without lowering the water.
Oh my god, you're right.
crazy. It's crazy having like coconut path to Lanky's 5-door ship.
That's devastating. Oh, and of course Funky has a potion anyway. You rat! Why?
That's
Come
already,
on, man.
Three potions and a key that we found on Funky so far that we can't get, that we're gonna have to go back for.
You son of a gun! Right. We get some info here. Give me these hints.
Huge.
Oh, huge.
Is that huge?
Oh, wait. That's...
Well, that gets us to the top of Helm. Tiny Temple 3-8 Lanky free Kongs.
Oh my god. Alright. So that's barrels, right?
Or O-Stand. Well... I mean, it does make sense for O-Stand, because free Kongs for Chunky and then 3-8 Lanky for Bone.
Yeah? Yeah, that fits it.
But that means we don't have Chunky yet.
So, oh no, it makes perfect sense because diving, so it's probably an underwater tiny temple check into whatever. We don't have any guns to get in a tiny temple though, so that's kind of a problem. So it feels like the free tiny item. It's pretty well here, or the vulture.
And so if that's the case, then we're not supposed to have Chunky yet, and we're not going to get Key 4 yet. So we are looking for Key 5 as our logical progression eventually.
So then we have to uncork this monstrosity of a galleon medal, I think, because Lanky's doesn't look doable at all. Oh my god.
Gotta be an item on either the Isles Ferry or Saxpat, I'm thinking.
Wait, what if it's the boss? Could it be the boss? Oh, hello, Vines.
No, Vines. Vines unlocks the tiny metal in this level.
Yes it does, I think. Diving...
No, it does,
no,
I'm pretty sure.
Does it?
Yep, diving plus on guard plus Sax plus Vines.
Oh my god, it does. That is heinous.
There's 20 different ways to do it.
That is... Oh my god. You're picking up every single tiny banana you can see and hope you get Key 5 out of it. That is...
It's tight, too, I gotta imagine. Like, there's less than 8 bananas worth of leeway if it requires Vines.
I would be shocked if it is not, like, 50, like, 2 out of 50. Or 50 out of 52 or something. Something that close. Oh, brother. And they have the same stuff now, right? It's not like one of them has anything extra. Zorulda has the slam out of the museum, but that's not really going to help him here.
Blast as well on the side of Zorulda.
So that might help in later levels, but
right.
It's also just kind of like a temporary thing because Mike is going to have to end up in the museum anyway to pick up his Key 4, so...
There's barrels. Huge.
Oh, okay, so...
That just came from camera. Like, came from Vines, came from camera.
That kind of uncorks everything, doesn't it? Because barrels now gets you Key 4.
Yep, makes sense to me.
Chunky Way of the Horde. Shocked. Well, okay, we're still out of logic for Chunky, so Aztec is not going to be level 5. I think we still need Key 5, and Zorulda's bailing.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to know that you can get the tiny metal right now. And it makes sense, go get the key you know you can get right now, even if it's not in logic.
This is all contingent on O-Stand being in Tiny Temple, which fits really, really well, but...
I think it is.
It fits way too well. We don't have any guns to get into Tiny Temple, though. Like, we would have to find... I think we have to find exactly... Or, well, I think it's Grape. So I think it is the Vulture. Which means any gun to get in would do, because we can just do it with Tag Anywhere.
This is Key 5, Mike. Walk the plank. Be careful.
Oh my god. Come
It's
on.
Key 5.
Oh, there you go. Huge. Oh.
Well done.
He saved. So now he's got options. That's a huge pull for Mike, though. Being very thorough with his Galleon Tiny Metal. Just enough with Vines. Just enough. Not an ounce more.
I love Mike reading the Chunky hint with Chunky. Shapester Wath. Yeah, I know, bud.
Yeah. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, I say.
Just going to level 7 for Mike. I'd love to have seen what was at the top of Cromile here. And it's great, too, that you can, instead of taking Warp 1 to level 7, take Warp 4. Punch to 4-8 free Kongs.
Gamers, we got a problem here.
What's your problem?
If it is the Vulture, we need Red Slam. So...
7 Aztec. Yikes!
It better be the free tiny item. We are praying for the free tiny item now. I think it can be still because of the either or, because it could be either Grape or Feather to get into Tiny Temple. So you pick up in the Oasis and Totem Area, you pick up Feather, and you're good to go. The pathing Looks a little funky, but it checks out, I think. Assuming grape is somewhat reasonably accessible.
Oh, Zorulda going back and checking Orchard. I like this. I mean, we already know that Mines doesn't do anything else, I don't think. Maybe some more Free Kongs weirdness, but...
But it definitely feels like Vines is what uncorked the seed, right? They're kind of running out of checks now, and it's like... moment now.
There's your feather in the tunnels that you were talking about.
Perfect.
Just leave now and get funky. Or no, you need hunky for that, just kidding.
Yeah, nice try. Unless you do some truly diabolical boulder tech that doesn't exist.
I've tried that, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you can get into the barrel, but you cannot get the item. It's just too high.
Right.
We're gonna go to the top of Roof Dirt from Zorulda? This is crazy.
Oh, go to the summit. Here we go. Let's ride. And no dice
We're not
there.
going to Roof Dirt. We're gonna go all the way up there, but not to Roof Dirt.
I mean, Roof Dirt doesn't... Like, it hits... Oh, both signs are in Castle. Okay.
That's good knowledge.
Whatever you make of that. I mean, Mike hasn't seen it either, so he's like, well, boop. But Factory is our level 5. Not... I mean, that's probably the best Zorulda could hope for, because that gets him Diddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you got Punch already. Yeah, for sure.
But now he's wildly out of logic and doesn't know it, so he's like, well, the best...
Perfect 21 to get in.
Oh, man. So, here's the problem, though. What helps him with Tiny's Metal and Aztec and Galleon? Coconut?
Going back and doing it? I don't know.
Well, like,
he's got what he needs.
What would help him run back and, like, think to do more? It's possible he might think he can't do it. The problem is that Feather is, like, the #1 item that would help him, and Feather's an Aztec, which is locked by Key 5, so you're kind of out of luck here.
I don't know that I'm willing to say that Zorulda doesn't know he can get it yet, but maybe he's thinking along the lines of, like, just that he doesn't know which metal exactly has Key 5, and he's got stuff he can do right this second. So
Yeah.
go do the stuff he can do right this second. We got Funky Waff, we knew that.
Not really surprised. He sells a key, so he had to be. I don't think Mike... Did Mike peek that, though? I know Zorulda peeked it.
Maybe not. So that might be good information for Mike.
Maybe they both did. I actually don't recall who peeked it. I may have made that up. That's nice. That is our 3rd forced shop hint item. Okay, Balloon to Key 3 is weird.
That is very weird. I mean, Trombone plus Balloon, that combos pretty well.
Wait. Did that forced shop align perfectly with Feather? So, Funky is sold in Forest?
Okay.
No, it didn't. It didn't align with Feather, except for Tiny K Roll, which makes perfect sense because
Exactly.
you don't need Hunky for Tiny K Roll, but you do need Feather. Wait, was that? That's Feather Way of the Horde. That's Vine's Way of the Horde.
Galleon Splat is Port Way.
Oh,
of
that's
the
Monkey
Horde,
Port. That's Monkey Port.
which gets you slain, right? So.
Well, it gets
maybe...
you to the Helm. That's what it's.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's the easier way to answer that.
That's the more important one. Yeah.
So, wow. Okay. So, Feather just got hinted Way of the Horde. Monkey Port just got hinted Way of the Horde. Funky just got hinted Way of the Horde. The Way of the Hordes are pouring in, but Feather's enough to get Mike into Tiny Temple, and as long as he doesn't freak out about the pathing too much, he should be fine. There's another world where it actually is red slam locked, and we could get both slams in Castle right now. Well, no, no, because one is chunky lock. Or, no, well, actually, no, because you could just go into the ballroom and go in the back way. Well, no, you can't, because Diddy is chunky locked, so no, it can't be slam locked. It has to be... It's got to be the free tiny item. Okay, what's this twirl? Where did we get this twirl? Twirl from Cranky and Factory. It's something, I guess. Alright, so... Mike is praying to the high heavens, and I think he's going to get his prayer answered when we think it's O-stand here.
Oh, that's a really good point, too, is... Well, no, because... Yeah, O-stand does lock Chunky, but with assumed Kongs. Because you can't get into this level without Chunky. But assumed Kongs makes Twirl, you know, quote-unquote available, so... If it is O-stand in the Tiny Temple, it doesn't explain O-stand to free Kongs.
Yeah, or it... Oh, you're right, because...
Right.
Ooh, because Twirl was...
And this is still under the wild assumption that O-stand is the item in Tiny Temple.
So it seems like O-stand to try...
Oh, we just found O-stand, that's right.
O-stand plus... Oh no, because O-stand gets you into the painting room. That's fine.
Oh, for DK. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That checks
We're
out.
on the same page.
Yeah.
We did it.
You always need O-stand.
That's crazy. Chunky and DK right next to each other. Holding hands.
K-Rool's not very imaginative, it seems. Where's Cranky Diddy? So we got one of our potions hinted. Unfortunately for Mike, he doesn't have Diddy yet. If he
I'm not even writing that hint down. With three hinted shops in Forest, I'm not writing that down. I'm eventually going to go there.
Well, you're going there later because it's 34 to get in. We're not close to that right now. Mike is looking at the GBs. Zorulda is powering ahead on GBs. This factory clear has proven very useful, or very fruitful. 25 GBs with 5 blueprints, compared to Mike's 19 GBs with 4 blueprints. It's a modest lead.
Yeah, but I don't think you can really quantify leads like this when we're going to different levels, because what's going to happen is Mike's just going to go to the good GB level, while Zorulda's doing a bad GB level.
It does even out, yeah. Alright, yeah, don't leave that pearl behind, Zorulda. Do not. Don't even think about it. You gotta bring it back. You might need that, you never know. You really don't want to find out you don't need it.
If there's a pearl inches away from me, you pick it up.
It's just
you pick it up unless you know.
On principle. I think we know it's dead. Like, we don't know, but like, I'm pretty confident it's dead.
Oh, with the shop's path to 3 tiny hen?
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good that it's dead, but it's not 100%, and you can't make me not do it if it's not 100%.
That's logical blast.
Yeah?
For Mike.
Well, oh, actually, yeah, because he got O-stand, didn't he?
But that came from barrels, right? And we think the camera path is already done.
Yeah.
Because Lanky Face is done, Key 4 is done, and Free Kongs is theoretically done.
I think Mike has smelled his Key 4. He has smelled his Key 4 in the museum. Just kidding, he's punching the shed open. This is just good to do anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But with rooms hinted to 4, I mean, it's just put it in the obvious spot.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely going to see Mike go for it.
Just kind of where you want to be.
Ooh, what is this?
What the heck?
Oh, me.
Womp womp. Go get your sniper, man. I'm sure you need that too. Go get it.
Listen, if it's sniper, if I know where sniper is, and I have the option to not pick it up, that is the one move in the game I will on purpose not pick up, because I think it makes playing the game worse.
Didn't we, like, remove the lag from it? Oh, you mean, because, like, projectile time, yeah.
Projectiles go farther, you can't tag while the projectile's in the air. And that's so, like, especially, like, it happens all the time in Japes Cranky, when you shoot the DK balloon and then walk into the shop and try to tag to the Kong that buys the thing you want.
I know exactly what you mean.
Drives me nuts.
That it is truly diabolical when that happens. That's so mean. Alright. Mike picks up a slam and is probably like, well.
Not even looking. He knows.
Yep. It fits way too well.
Oh yeah. I appreciate the confidence from Mike.
Yes. Yes, sir. Problem with Red Slam is that Red Slam is relegated at 2 checks. It's huge. So I don't think we're too worried about Red Slam yet.
Is it only 2 in Aztec?
Yep. There are 2 Red Slam switches. With the 5-door temple open, it's 2. Is the quicksand tunnel and the vulture.
There's lava pedestals.
Oh, lava peds, you're right.
Quote,
oh,
and then shooting game.
Yeah, okay, I'm
so
stupid.
there's 3 hard locked and 1 kind of locked, logically locked.
4. Yeah. 2 of them are pretty easy. Or you can peek the matching game too, which is nice. I guess I'm making stuff up. That's cool.
Oh, I do it all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
Spreading misinformation.
That's my favorite pastime. Did he get the R&D hint? People are thinking he's not getting the R&D hint. Ooh. What do you make a piano game? I'm not sure on piano game.
I'm not doing. Well, I mean, he's thinking that trombone's hinted, but no, I'm not doing piano game. That's one of the last ones I'm doing.
Gang, I'm a little scared of key 3. I'm not gonna lie. How do we tie everything together here?
You can play the entire seed without key 3 until you need key 3 and just solve it at the end when you have all your hints, you know? I'm not too worried about key 3 until the very end.
Yeah, but I kind of want to know.
Yeah.
I'm much happier. I'm much more comfortable when I have it solved. So, so trombone, balloon, and then something out of a forest shop. There's a lot of trombone balloon stuff.
The thing at a forest shop is almost certainly mini. I mean, it could be something else that leads to mini and leads to key 3 somewhere else. Like, it could be a sprint, and sprint gets you mini. But that wouldn't fit with a trash can. Like, mini's gotta get you an item inside trash can that leads to 3, right?
Oh, you're right, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh my god.
Because what other endpoints are there?
Okay, that's not a terribly useful hint, so you could have passed it up. Because that's just the diving in James Force Lobby potion, so James Force Lobbies, no more potions, goodbye. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, balloon and trombone have a lot of natural combos, it's just, what's the third item?
Sprint makes the most sense to me, because it can be in Sprint Cabin.
Sprint Cabin fits pretty well.
And what's great is you can go out of logic for Sprint for that one, and so you can kind of... I mean, there's... Trash can's fast enough that you just do it, but... You could theoretically skip Trash can if you needed to.
Yeah, balloon's a weird one, that's for sure. I'm really struggling to piece that one together. Because Lanky's Igloo is what I want, is what my mind ran to, but there's no third item besides Rocket Barrel, and Rocket Barrel doesn't really fit here, I don't think.
Yeah, because we've seen what we believe to be... I guess it could be that Rocket isn't hinted at all yet.
Yeah, it could be
a possibility.
Rocket is Featherlock, maybe? That would fit.
Right. But if Rocket's Featherlock, then that doesn't lead to 3. You don't have any 3 Diddy hints.
Oh, you're right, yeah. What was I looking at? I was looking at key 8. Silly.
Ooh, yellow potion spot on the side of Zorulda. What is this?
Well, oh yeah, you know what? Funky sells one of Peanut or Rocket Barrel, but it's not going to be both. Or, I guess it could be both, but it doesn't seem crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it has to lead to Peanut eventually, because that's the last move that we need, path to free conks.
Oh, true. So he definitely sells us Peanut, but Rocket Barrel could be in the wind.
It could be Rocket, and then Rocket gets you Peanut. That's a world that exists.
It would have to be Rocket completely unhinted as of yet, which means we still have the Forest Shop Key 3 that doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you tie Mini in. Mini for whatever... It must be... I'm kind of starting to think that it's Balloon plus Trombone for something, and then you combine it with... You combine that something with maybe whatever you get out of the trash can? But that's like 3 steps out of... Like, I'm like skipping steps and paths at this point, which is kind of freaking me out too, so I'm not feeling that one either.
You remind me of a Helm Order?
I...
Just walked by the cop, by the way.
Any Helm Orders? Lanky Diddy.
Okay, so Rocket is path to 8 for sure.
What's really funny is that everyone watching the stream just knows because it's on the screen, but I had to just go dig through like 3... I had to dig through 3 monitors and 15 browser tabs to find it.
Oh man, I know the struggle. That's so funny. Yeah, so what that means is Shops, Diddy Free Kongs, and Forest has to be Peanut, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then, so, but oh wow, so Rocket also gets you Key 8 then, which... Oh. Does Funky just sell you both? I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Possible. Could also just be Rocket unhinted thus far on just some easy check that's going to be hinted in the like, late game owl area hit.
Some coconut lock door, like...
Yeah.
Blah.
This might be the crazy seed we were looking for.
Yay! We were looking for a crazy seed, right?
Things are coming together, though. Like, we had a lot of really big leading paths that, assuming everything that we're saying is correct, which it absolutely could just all be wrong.
Speaking of
starts to make sense.
Speaking of coming together, Zorulda is cottoned onto Galleon Tiny Metal. He is scooping up the remainder.
Yeah, he's got nothing else to do, right? He needs Key 5.
He cleared out Factory, which was sensible to do because it's time to do it. It's totally fine. And he gets to... Had some time to think about it and came up with this, which is perfect.
one more. Where is it?
It's got to be Vine
Already
Lock,
at
right?
one.
Oh my god. This is
Because we're
agony.
saying that it's a perfect 50, right?
I actually don't know if it's a perfect 50. I would not be surprised if it was like 50 out of 52 or something. It is a perfect 50? Oh no, where's the last one?
No, it's probably just like one of those singles between. He's going up here.
It's probably
It
up
might just be one of those
here.
singles like leading to Lighthouse. Oh, he doesn't know where it is.
Up here makes a lot of sense. Oh no, we're
I
on
think
the
it's right
hunt.
in front of Lighthouse. That's my guess. Because where else are there singles? Maybe he missed one in the 5-door ship, which would be tragic.
Oh, that would hurt. That would hurt a lot.
Pain.
Could be the cop has one. It's been it's been taken under arrest. It's been confiscated.
Really good if he's sitting on top of it.
We gotta check. All right, no dice. All right, 5-door ship makes the most sense then for a single. If he did just run through the lighthouse path, so it's not gonna be there. I mean, this is just mental damage if you leave a single banana behind and it's exactly what you needed. That's devastating.
Where is it? I can't find it.
What's in the box? Oh my god, please.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh, and it's so out of the way
It's
too.
in the
Why
corner.
would you swim over here? Ugh.
Oh my god.
Lucky.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, going to level 6 first. Interesting choice. You don't see a lot of 6ers. Any 6ers in the chat? I'm a 7er myself.
You're on
Where you
Philadelphia. Alright. Well, I mean, he goes to Forest, but you're not getting in yet. 34 is
You
a
just dump and go?
steep price.
'Cause
Tempting.
what's level 7? Aztec? Ah, Aztec's got a lot of juice.
If you've picked out O-Stand in Aztec, then you're not really worried about it. But Aztec also has like 5 hints you can pick up, and that's pretty good.
Because, like,
It's got
going
5
to
hints.
Forest isn't
It's
that
got
good without Feather yet.
It's got Feather. You could if you peg O-Stand in Tiny Temple, then you could skip it reasonably. But that's a tough sell. It's a little scary. Oh, hello triangle out of nowhere.
Probably not useful, but maybe.
Factory Tiny Metal. Zorulda doesn't have that, but maybe.
And we have no reason to believe that that's important.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about it yet.
You already know it's not for Helm, and Triangle actually locks very few things. You might be surprised to know.
Well, it probably locks very few things solo.
Definitely.
There's a couple
Definitely,
checks.
because like your Triangle checks are like Kegs and Toy Monster and garbage you don't want to be doing anyways.
One of the very few solos would be like Chunky's Igloo, but even still, that's
Yeah.
Rocket Barrel. It's gonna point you in that direction. A closed Igloo is doing some work.
How far is Mike from getting into Forest? Because that's what he wants to be doing right now, I think.
29
Doesn't even
GBs.
dump for it yet.
29
If
GBs.
this is a GB,
He's just short.
let's let this be a GB. And then we're going Forest. Wah, wah. Well, Mike of all people is he's probably the one person excited to see that.
Huge. Absolutely, absolutely massive. He's picked up a crown. This is a public
But going
service
back to your
announcement
point-
from MikeChamp 97. Hang on, let me grab it real quick. Breaking out the scroll. Crown casinos are not real. All right, this has been a public service announcement.
Zorulda's apparent GB lead is now a real GB lead since they've kind of... Mike's already done all the levels Zorulda's already done. And Zorulda's gonna have a lot easier time getting into Forest. Like, what is Mike even doing in here? He doesn't have anything to do.
Okay, underground is pretty fast. He'll get his grab, I guess, and be like, "What am I supposed to do with these?" Oh, Mike, what
It
do you?
doesn't work, Mike.
Mike?
Oh my god. It's a good try, but it doesn't work.
I also have beef with this because you just know where Hunky is. Like, you just know Hunky's on a Forest shop. You don't really have to sweat over this one. It's probably just Forest Funky Diddy or something, or Forest Cranky Diddy or something.
You can get in right now. Oh no, you can't because he can't dump with DK.
Oh
he
my
still
God.
needs to find one more golden banana to even get in. This
Just go Chunky Underground, or throw the boulder you're holding, man. Like,
Oh, and what's so bad about this too is you can get into the boulder. You can get into the barrel. So he's gonna get in, do it and then spend God knows how long trying to get up there to pick up Funky.
No,
and you
no,
just can't do it.
no. He's gonna get smote. He's gonna get smote, and it's gonna be the hunky bonus barrel minigame. Strike him down.
Honestly, that'd be fantastic.
Can you even? I don't even know if you can roll in hard minigames, but that would be the funniest thing of all time.
I hope he gets all the way to under the barrel and accidentally throws the boulder. That would ironically be the best thing to ever happen.
I stand corrected. That would be the funniest thing of all time.
Oh man, and it so looks like you can do this too.
Oh my god. You can get in here, right?
You can get in here, yes.
Oh my god.
No, oh no.
Buddy. Guy.
It's a long one too.
The bonus barrel stays completed though, so it's not like he's wasting
Does
time
it?
doing the game. Pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
I think so.
That's good knowledge.
Well, we're gonna find out, I think, because he's not gonna get it.
And if the boulder goes back to its original position too, and you see him walk.
Oh my god.
This is why you don't invent tech in grand finals.
I don't think Mike is ever.
Never your offline play.
Mike is never gonna recover from this. Like he.
Oh,
not. And it's gone.
Yep, that's Funky. There he is.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
Oh, and he has to go kill all the splats again too.
He may recover in time, like he could still win the race. This isn't like a race over thing, but he is not mentally going to recover from this. He will hate boulders until the end of his days because of this incident.
Wait, where's the boulder?
He just respawned,
Oh my god! Oh, now surely the bonus barrel stays complete, right? Surely.
It's the. What we have here is we need to prep the meme already. The one Drake and Josh meme where
with the door?
With the door and there's no handle except there's no boulder.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Drake, where's the boulder?
Oh man. Meanwhile, what are we doing on Zorulda's side? Flex the melon for good measure. Hopefully we're off to Forest. We need to go to Forest. What are we doing?
I don't know if he peeked the, Oh my god. And yeah, now Mike is crumbling. Where do you get a GB?
There's one more! I wonder if Mike writes down GBs in shops, because there's gotta be at least one that we haven't been able to buy yet, right? I haven't been paying attention, but...
It's Caves? Caves Lobby's actually a pretty good shout. Grab the spot here and hope you hit.
For sure.
He's just looking for one. This is a decent gamble.
You could twirl over to the lava check as well if you need.
Good call, yeah. Alright, well, Zorulda's gonna commit to Tiny Temple anyway. He isn't quite...
What's this?
What the heck?
Guitar Gazump?
Okay.
That's useful.
We need that.
And useful.
That's really good. Okay, so Mike stumbles into guitar out of absolutely nowhere. That's kind of big. And that explains punch to 8. So punch to 4, Kong's an 8. Punch is now solved. Perfect.
Punch is done. And Mike is... This one more GB is really killing him.
Uh-oh, we got a seed solve. We got a seed solve in the chat. Here we go. Call your shot. Was it Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the ballroom?
Run on Trash and then Key 3 in Lanky Cabin. I believe it.
I am... Yeah, that fits pretty well, doesn't it? Son of a gun. he's got me. Where's Key 7?
On Funky and Castle?
Yep, it sure is. Yep, that's Key 7, alright.
And then Diddy Fade, well, do we have Rocket yet? We don't know where Rocket is, right?
Rocket's the last remaining question mark, but it's probably, I would bet that it's sold by Funky somewhere.
Well, I think it might be, Peanuts on a Funky shop. But then why would Funky be past to 8? Yeah.
It could be locked by any Funky item. Which is kind of terrifying. Like, there's a world you buy coconut off Funky and you're like, well,
sure.
That's not great.
Yeah, I mean, are there any, like, Helm games? No, if we're assuming Sprint is path to 3 alone. Yeah, so you might just be done here.
As long as we go into Helm with Peanut, we're fine.
Yeah. So
okay, but if you well, okay, so crazy talk here. If you smell Sprint Cabin here, you could reasonably skip Sprint.
Yeah.
Which means you would be skipping the trash can, I guess.
Right. Which is, like, not that great, and you do have to go back to Castle anyways to get Key 7.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like I would just do trash can to confirm that it's Sprint to save me the time of Key 7 being in some crazy spot, you know? Having the knowledge that it's Sprint is like a risk-free option.
You want a full recap, check by check? I'll tell you what. Here, I'll tell you what you can do. You can run on down to DK64 Speedrun's YouTube and watch this when it gets posted, and just watch the whole thing again. Great time. The seed's been spectacular. It's been a wacky one, that's for sure. I think we got a handle on it, though.
We need to think about GBs now, because this is... Like, Zorulda's in the 7th level. Both of our runners are in their 7th level. And Zorulda's got, what, 38 plus 6? We're at 44? That's a lot of GBs we still need to get.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really worried about...
already being done.
That's why I don't think it's likely they skip Sprint. It's just that you just route Castle into a GB clear at some point, and you just pick up Sprint as you go.
Like, do we have any big GB hotspots left? Like, we haven't done the treasure chest, you know, because we haven't had Mini. We haven't done all of our coconuts. We haven't done anything with DK, because we don't have him yet.
Yeah.
So maybe just DK goes on a shopping spree.
This is like Rush to 64 Nightmare mode. Like, there's no great options.
And I highly doubt this is a DK-less seed, because we still have so many shops left unseen.
Maybe. I mean, actually, I mean, if any seed was going to be, this is like a pretty strong candidate right now. It has to be like a DK move on a shop specifically to stop this from being DK-less.
Yeah.
Can we get some info on? That's Barrel throwing away the Horde. Who cares? So which funky potion has our... Okay, so Mini on Cranky, and then Lanky. Son of a gun, we might actually skip DK.
Can we see which Kongs buy things on Funky?
Peanut, or it was Lanky. Only Lanky has a potion.
Oh, so the other potion's on Cranky, and this is Hunky?
Yes, both of these had to be. It had to be Peanut, and... Or, no, it had to be Hunky and...
Right.
What was the other item? A Mini.
Mini. Yeah. Hunky and Mini. Yeah, I think the seed's going exactly how we think it is. And I wonder if the runners know that the seed's done.
Well, Mike knows, but I don't think Zorulda knows. He doesn't have a guitar lead. Best you have is Punch, but that's pretty broad.
Right, so all that time that Mike just wasted might have actually been okay. Just with that guitar pull.
It's pretty
good.
Because
now Mike can stop checking hints and just rush GBs.
You're,
like, if you're at this stage of the seed, do you stop checking hints? I stop checking.
I mean, you have to, right? If you think you have it solved, then...
Yeah.
I wouldn't skip any hint doors I'm next to, but I would certainly not go out of my way. Because skipping any hint doors you're next to is just like... That is like a surefire way to get cursed. Like, that is a 100% way to just like get torpedoed for no reason.
Yeah.
Just out of spite. It's me, it's my spite. I would spite you. Mike? Okay. He's got Hunky, we're good.
Oh, it's just okay, I was like, why are we even coming here? He never got this the first time because the boulder despawned.
And he was looking for a GB, and there was a boulder in the GB. Brother! You're killing me, man!
So where's... Oh man, it kind of sucks for Zorulda that Diddy's the second Helm room. Because there's a world that Zorulda just rushes Helm and gets a guitar micro, but that requires a lanky Helm, which kind of sucks.
That's a little slow, yeah. It's not horrible. But it definitely hurts.
Welcome to bonus stage.
But Zorulda bigly has the GB advantage.
Well, how about... Let's say this. Would you say that a double dip in Helm is shorter or longer than Mike running around with a boulder?
Oh my god, definitely shorter. Miles shorter. Not a question.
the boulder the boulder dash boulder dash.
Yeah, the question is guitar versus 8 GBs right now. That's what each runner has over the other right now.
Yeah, Mike is...
And potential solventness.
Mike is flying through the seed. I think leaving Forest early was a bit of a mistake, because I think climbing the mushroom is actually one of your best densities right now. Okay, he leaves, never mind.
Probably, yeah.
okay, never mind. I made that up.
I mean, it's... Like, you really want to... Well, you're coming back to Forest anyways, because you gotta buy peanuts, right? So...
Yeah, I guess it's not that bad.
And plus, like, if you're doing... you want to get DK as fast as possible, I feel.
If you find
fast movement and fast GBs.
Yeah, skipping DK is a little...
When you know exactly where he is and you have what you need to get him, I don't think you skip DK.
Yeah, especially if you find a bunch of, like, DK... If you have, like, DK blueprints, like, picking up DK is picking up a GB at this point. Or 2 for Zorulda. Zorulda's got 2 DK blueprints.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Alright, I guess we're not skipping DK. It's not likely, but... Also, there's the fairy there. Well, no. Just the painting room check itself isn't too bad.
Yeah. Maybe you get, well, with no grape, but it's not as likely that you get the medal.
Stretching for Chunky's medal and Japes, I like that. There's enough to get it here.
Yeah, he's gonna end on a perfect 50.
Alright, so with Funky in hand, it is time to take a world tour and pick up all the funky stuff. We have a key in Castle that we know we have to go get. I don't know who buys it, I forgot.
I think it's a generic key.
Shared? Oh, that makes sense. Somebody's buying something in there. Let me check the notes. I don't know. Not important.
It's so likely that Funky just gets you Rocket somewhere, but we don't know exactly where Rocket is, so I would be still a little nervous, maybe.
There's 2 potions in caves. There's 2
Two
potions in caves.
And 1 in Galleon.
There's whatever we're buying here in Galleon, but I think this is...
Peanuts.
This is Peanuts, right? Almost certainly?
For sure.
And then Galleon has a potion as well. Alright, perfect. Perfect Peanuts. Thank you.
Let's do the world tour.
Come again. Forest Funky. Always delivers.
Dude, I have never, myself or seen someone else, pick up these frickin' bunches on the trees cleanly. It's always a struggle.
It's heinous. I don't know what it is.
I hate it.
Wait, question. Did Mike play that minigame twice? He had to redo the minigame, right?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
We should have paid more attention. I think we were too busy laughing at him. Yes, he did. That's very funny.
Loser. That was mean. I take it back. Sorry.
I know, it's a little toxic, but we're allocated a little bit of toxicity per stream, so we'll spend it here.
Sure, that's okay. I spent it there, yeah.
Just a little.
But Mike's doing great on progression. He's got the guitar. He's got the guitar factor. That's massive. And he's a little ahead on like the standard getting peanuts and then going and getting DK thing. So you get DK here, what do? You start collecting GBs? Do you go straight to your shops?
I think you go to Funky.
I think I go straight to the shops.
Yeah, because if Funky has like coconut, you are gas. Oh, yeah. You probably run back to Japes with coconut, right? Or
isn't that fast? Like,
dare I say
grab? Yeah, maybe. There's like that whole cutscene.
Yeah, production's kind of cringe.
I mean, I like going to Galleon for the treasure chest.
Yep, it's good.
But then what else do you do there? Lighthouse is okay, because you can get like the on guard barrel and Kevin, and that's really fast.
Lighthouse itself isn't too bad. You can get DK's medal pretty fast if you have coconut. This is all assuming you get coconut, which, who knows? Right. We might just get like bongos, sprint, and Gorilla Gone or something silly. We probably want to run over to the trash can and confirm that that is sprint and scoop up our alleged key 3 in the sprint cabin. I mean, shoot, you might just like go to the sprint cabin anyway and just scoop up your key 3.
What happens if you go to cave shops, right, and you get Rocket? Do you go to the other shops, or do you say seed's done and just do GBs?
What other shops? Everything's at Funky.
well, Caves Funky has 2 potions. Galleon Funky has a potion.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I guess that's what I'm asking. Do you go to Galleon Funky and buy that potion? I don't know.
I don't think so. No. It would... give me like priority on like what levels to go to. All right, so Mike is I think running to the trash can. It's pretty helpful that in Castle we spawn right next to the trash can, so this is really easy to do.
Yeah.
Also, there's a key here.
About that.
There's also a key here, so you have to come back here.
Sure. And this is good too because, like we were saying, we think this is sprint. Oh, see ya, Mike.
Ah! Pause exit. You can pause exit. It's faster.
Yeah.
You can just recover.
What? Oh, he's going to the shop. That's fine.
Or he's just having a moment. That's all right. That's all right. We all look. Everybody gets one.
So that happens all the time because your long jump versus backflip is based on your speed. Something you can do there is turn around. Turn around and face the trash can, and that'll never happen to you.
Like when
Worst
when you're holding crouch, you.
Yeah.
Hold crouch,
Well, just even before you crouch, just do like a little U-turn for like less than half a second, just to guarantee that never happens.
Small things. Oh, Zorulda's gonna find Guitar here. This is huge for him.
That puts Zorulda squarely in the lead, I believe.
This is big.
Yeah, that is massive.
That saves a helm doubled up, and he's like, oh my god, thank god that turned up. Because I think he just did that for density.
What's the GB differential? We're at 41 plus 2 on the side of Mike.
And 45
plus 6.
6?
Yeah, so that's still an 8 GB differential.
Sizable GB differential.
Down 9. Yeah.
Oh, got that one there. Didn't look like he got it, but he got it. Poof, there it goes. And if Zorulda goes to do sprint cabin, he's gonna be sitting pretty, because that means he'll have locked in on where key 3 is.
I'd be pretty impressed if he did that.
Yeah, because he doesn't need to either, right? If you find sprints in the trash can, you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, I know what to do now.
But he's just going to funky first. I mean, this is fine. I like this.
Totally fine. Just catch up on all mine.
In hindsight, I do like Mike's play better of going to castle first, getting your guaranteed key 7, and then checking trash can to make sure there's nothing weird. And that's Rocket. I mean,
okay, that's beautiful. You'll have to see it.
Crazy was the the first shop he checked too. I wouldn't even buy this item personally. What can it be?
Coconut.
I mean, coconut gets you GBs.
Coconut's the best thing you can get. Grape isn't horrible, but it's not. Maybe it gets you a Nike's medal or something.
Like you get like the behind Creme Isle, if that's something.
Is Mike RNG the right shop? No, he does not. He buys grape first. That's tragic. But he has just enough. He's not poor. He's poor now, but he's not poor then.
Oh man, being owned on coins here would feel really bad.
Oh my god. He's got one rainbow coin this whole seed. We've seen. What the heck?
Mike was perfect on both.
Unbelievable.
Can't make it up.
He's a rich man. Actually, he's very budget conscious.
Alright. I mean, Zorulda now going to castle, get key 7.
Alright, he did not dive.
Check.
Did not dive sprint cabin. That's gonna cost him some time.
Yeah. And that is another reason that I really like Mike going to castle first.
It's the sure thing. We're gonna have a race through home though, I think. There's something
God,
like
that rocket did good GBs too.
Yeah. Does it up?
Rocket was not hinted directly, however, Funky was path to 8 unexplained.
Yeah, we were running out of DDK rule things. Yeah, I guess Funky key 8 or Funky to 8 is a good catch. I was just thinking that we just had no other DDK rule options, that it just made too much sense to not be there basically at this point. No more info needed. Lock in.
Now, if E3 is not here, where is it? Where else is Balloon plus Trombone plus Sprint?
I'm panicking because then you run into problems.
I mean, like, Mausoleum, does that have anything to do with anything?
Maybe Vines, and Vines was diving locked, so I could fit. Alright, whatever.
E3.
Go the other way.
Well done. Good solve, Mike.
It was Grape. Grape was funky, right? Oh my god,
yeah.
It could be there. That's messed up. No, it can't, because Feather's not... Funky's not path to
Yeah.
Key 3. So, okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it had to be on Sprint, Kevin. Alright, so where are we going for GBs? Mike's going for Treasure Chest, it looks like.
Yep.
He's got so many GBs to get, though. And, like, how many GBs you going to Helm with? I mean, I've seen 5 GBs in easy spots in Helm before.
Minimum 60.
Like,
if you
minimum
go in,
60 for you?
if you go in with less than 60, you are playing with fire, because it's also depending on how many instruments you have. With 4 instruments,
Right.
60 is a bit of a reach, I think. But
Yeah,
it's doable.
for sure.
Zorulda stopping by Mausoleum. I don't hate this. This is not super fast, but it's like... It feels like a slow
bad.
minigame, maybe. Fade out, so... Who am I to say?
I mean, this is just one of those situations where if you're writing down your GBs and blueprints and shops, you're just really well served. Because that's all these 2 runners have to do left.
Yeah.
It's just find GBs.
Because any shop you run to with 2 GBs is just super valuable. If it's just 1, then you can make the case for some other check being better, but any shop with 2 GBs is huge.
I think buying more potions on shops is not very useful. Like, even if you find coconut, I still think you probably could have found GBs faster than the time it took you to buy that coconut. But with like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wait, what
5,
was
6 moves still remaining that we haven't seen, I think you just ignore all your shops.
Is that Strong Kong? Why'd he buy that?
Just because it was another potion he could buy that could be useful.
It would have to be
But
like exactly coconut here to be good.
Yeah, and that's
Or-
why I think it's not a very strong play. But
Actually, I don't hate... Finding bongos wouldn't suck either, because that's another gamble in hell.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
kind of sketchy, and it's definitely worse than coconut, but it would kind of
with
work.
the time it takes you to buy bongos, you could just be doing something else for a GB, you know?
Yeah. Zorulda not hunting down key 3 yet. He will have to do that before the end of the seed, but he can do it after Helm, too. Oh, he thought about Funky there, I think, and did a dip and a dive and settled on the treasure chest. He's not worried about whatever potion that is. Give him just a little bit of time, and that's the kind of the time that Mike is really going to want back at the end of the day. Oh, he got chomped. Oh, I believe the meme has arrived.
Is this Drake and Josh?
Oh, do ya? That's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Love to see it.
Oh, man.
Alright.
Oh my god, look at the time.
Kind of okay. Yeah, this is a fast seed.
We're an hour 20 in, and we
were-
are trying to get into Helm as fast as we can.
Uh-huh.
Zorulda's
What are
at,
these runners' best times? I want to see.
Zorulda's at effective 57? That's really close. This is 58 here? Wow. Now you're in the territory of...
now.
You're thinking about gambling.
Uh-huh.
You don't really
Oh, he's
want
going
to,
to
but you're
cave.
thinking about it. He's gonna go back to caves, and oh my god, Mike just got owned so hard.
Let me get sent right back into the portal.
He got kicked right back into the portal by that claptrap.
That's so rude.
That's devastating. Where's he going?
Towards
Was he
my
going to the
best
crate?
time.
I think he was going to the crate. Come on to you. Gotta break the muscle memory, Chief.
This PB's a 137. Where's Mike?
Oh no, is Mike doing the attic? We know the attic to be Zorulda's second rainbow coin, so this is an unfortunate order of operations for Mike. Which really sums up his seed in a nutshell. Oh, but he's got homie ammo, so he's just the GOAT. We love our homie ammo, folks.
Yeah, I love actually killing those enemies before the gate closes back.
This is basically Mike's catch-up time here. Mind the cop in the sprint cabin, though. That guy is very scary. You do not want to get kicked out of this level right now. And I think he's bonking his radio. What a dingus.
Alright, here's the rule. Where do you go right now?
Helm.
I
dump.
Going to Helm?
I dump right now.
4, 7, 9, 58?
Well, okay. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot. You put, so the problem is this is a Diddy blueprint, so this is an extra dump here, but...
Oh, yeah, that does kind of blow. But it's like, if you don't have any other GBs written down or in mind, I mean, just do it.
Just
A
send it.
guarantee is better than a, like, you know... Like, if you do any random check, what are your chances that you're going to get a GB or a blueprint? Like, a little more than 50%?
You have all of Helm Lobby to fish through, too.
Yeah, exactly.
That it extends your odds as you go. I don't know if he's been up top. I know Mike went up top, I think. If he hasn't been up top, then you definitely dive and just full send.
Mike is the one I did see up top. Oh, great paying dividends.
Oh, there you go. That's actually a nice GB there.
Or dividend, I should say.
Singular. Aztec. Aztec from Mike. What is he looking? Where's he going here?
Llama Temple, maybe?
Llama Temple's a little slow, I think.
Yeah. Well, considering how many GBs Mike needs, he needs big density.
It's a big investment, but it'll pay out. He's at 45 with 5 blueprints. He's at 50? Oh, wow. Okay, he is further behind than I thought.
I think given Mike's situation, this is a fine choice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got all the rocket stuff to do in Aztec, too. And by all the rocket stuff, like, you don't want to do Vulture Race for a GB.
No, you're never doing Vulture Race.
This is okay.
You kind of wish that the crates were good, but...
Oh. The checks Mike's doing are the GBs he needs.
Tiny Temple doesn't feel right.
Yeah, you've already cleared out everything except for the bad checks.
Is Llama Temple even that good? What are you getting out of it? Oh, okay, shops are great. Here we go. Maybe you wrote this shop down.
Yeah, I wonder if Mike's a shop writer.
I'm not gonna disparage Mike, but I'm not so sure. after the Boulder incident.
We did. Oh man! But just imagine, like, parallel universe where that works. Like, Mike's the hero, right? We're singing praises about MikeChamp 97 through the streets.
That's true. He would have invented Tech Live on streaming grand finals, which would be the most hype thing you could possibly do.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, he did the funniest thing you could possibly do, which is try and freestyle Tech on grand finals and whiff, which is extremely dangerous.
And unfortunate for him too that we already knew it didn't work.
Oh wow, these are killer shops here though. This is actually a huge boost for him. This puts him back in the swing of things, and if Zorulda really whiffs on Helm, GG. Oh, he's going up with 60 now. Oh wow.
Going with 60 is still...
I said 60 is the minimum. 60 is the minimum, I think, and you can...
No bongers with triangle either.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have triangle. Oh man.
I think Mike is the one who went up already. I already saw that the ferry is a ferry.
How many checks is it? It's...
Don't remember what the sax pad was.
It might have been a blueprint. Any blueprint is really awkward. So he's got like maybe like a half dozen. No, maybe like
done this though. Genius.
Here we go.
There's Zorulda's dividend.
Here's the grape rebate.
Where are we going? Oh, this is fine. No, I love what Zorulda's doing. He's already seen these. I love it.
Take the sure thing. 2 GBs gambling at Helm is very comfortable.
Did either runner go to BFI yet?
Ooh, that'd be a great stop for Mike.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too slow for Zorulda right now.
Oh, but Zorulda's in a great spot. Because I think Ballin posted like 90% odds that you find at least 2 GBs in Helm, assuming you have all your instruments.
And that's just
so, like,
Helm.
Even down 2 instruments, yeah.
There's all sorts of other action up here.
I'd be very surprised to see Zorulda not make it. Although he skipped right by the splat. I'd have checked the splat.
Whoa. Yeah, whoa. Whoa there, Bronco. I guess if you whiff, you just exit level to go back to the lobby and then poke around. Because you're finishing Helm here, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike goes Llama Temple. Not too bad.
He needs enough GBs that I think this is fantastic for Mike.
It doesn't feel right for some reason, I don't know. Do you have anything?
The problem is, like, what else do you do?
You know what? Mike might just, like, find the bean, and then he becomes the greatest to ever do it.
Anyways.
You won't pick it up? Are you kidding me? Maybe it falls on his head. I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, like, if you're looking for GBs, is that a check you're doing? Raising the snakes and then doing the bonus? I mean, I guess when...
Yeah.
Where else are you going to get GBs? Just take whatever's right in front of you, right?
Pretty much.
A little punished. Oh, never mind. Mike's the one that has triangle. I take that back. He's not punished. Huge.
No GB in Lanky's room. Not ideal. I think we get a cutscene look.
That was a really fast peek. I was going to say, if you just can do the check, you just do it. That was a really fast peek from Mike.
Diddy's got one. Diddy's room has a GB sword. One to go. I think Zorulda's pretty comfortable. The odds that there's a GB in the last 2 checks is pretty high.
Yeah.
But how high is high enough to test your luck?
Oh, I'm doing it every time.
Doing it every. You're not even like looking at like Lanky's room, or I guess
think the
Tiny
stat-
room.
I think the stat that Ballin posted was 50% chance that both fairies are GBs.
That seems way too high.
Which means, well, you think about fairies, what fairies can't have on them. Fairies can't have blueprints. Fairies can't have medals. There's only so many things that fairies can have.
True. Very
Huge
funny.
ammo belt too for Mike.
That's a heinous ammo belt.
Oh, we're just leaving. Zorulda doesn't even go for the cutscene skip, not risking it.
Yeah, that's. You're really tempting fate if you try that one. But with Helm down, he's got Helm Lobby to filter through. He's got Tiny's room to look at. He's got the crown if he really wants to stretch. 2 fairies in the end are probably going to be enough, though. Doesn't have to be. It might not be. So far,
Pearl on BFI, huge.
massive, absolutely massive. But what about the GB though? That's nice. That might be more huge.
5, 6, 7. We're at 61 for Mike. I think you just go for it at this point.
Well, so the problem is that we've seen 1 GB in Helm so far, and we're kind of running out of options here. Let's look at the window. Roll credits, and they're both GBs. All right, so that.
Huge.
So then 3 GBs at least in Helm. There you go. Requisite window looking achieved. Let's go pick up our very real and not fake key 8.
Oh, and Mike's just running into every not GB in the game.
This is consistent with a desperate prayer for GBs. Anytime you're looking for GBs, desperately,
Yeah.
you never find it. Mike, you might have wanted that boulder back, but that's okay.
He's got Twirl. He can get in the boulder with Twirl.
Oh, true. I forgot about that, and I think that owned me one time, so I just got owned again.
No, Mike. No, we absolutely do that. If you're already going into the crown, 30 seconds is actually like 20 seconds or less.
You heard it here first. Math has just confirmed 30 seconds equals 20 seconds. You heard it here first on DK64 Speedruns.
Exactly what I mean. Don't give me that, Laurent.
No, I'm with you. This is true.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
true.
This is rando math. Yeah, so what was the difference maker for Zorulda? Just got better GBs early, I think. He didn't struggle for Forest.
He did have problems with key 5, but made it work in the end.
Yeah, Mike had the good read on key 5.
I wouldn't say that whiffing key 5
Recognizing chunks of
helped.
metal logic.
I wouldn't say that whiffing key 5 helped in other ways. I feel like the factory clear was going to happen no matter what. It's just that he then, after the factory clear, immediately picked the best thing to do, which was go get key 5.
Yeah.
That made it work. Also, yeah, he did get lucky with guitar, but they both got lucky with guitar, so... I don't think any of them were intentionally looking for guitar there. I think they just happened to find it and were very pleased.
I mean, punch to 8, like, you kind of just do your punch checks along the way, and they were going back in the caves.
That's a pretty hard one to miss, I suppose. If you ever have to go back to caves for any reason, you would just always do that.
Yeah.
Factory before Aztec? Well, I mean, he had to. Clear speed, really? I mean, I feel like Aztec is, like, perfectly fine to run through, because you get a ton of information out of Aztec.
Did you get any items in Factory that were a big deal?
No.
Yeah.
You didn't really get anything in Factory besides Diddy. You got Diddy. Oh, I guess you have Diddy in your Aztec trip. Which,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But with no
Yeah, what
moves.
is it?
Get charged.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
You got 1 check. Not
Right.
Really, not really make her breaking anything.
Yeah. Zorulda just found more GBs before Forest, and I think that was the big difference maker. Mike with the accidental micro hint.
Squawks! Not now!
Gonna hit him again on the way back. Oh, he avoids it. Well done.
Careful.
Does that, like, only work when you're grounded or something?
There might be a cooldown or something. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Or the hitbox is, like, better than we think, because, Bland's the goat and all that.
Yellow potion in Helm. I don't want that, says Mike.
That's not a GB. That's a yellow potion, not a yellow banana.
What do you think of lag strats during Tiny Table?
I don't think at all, because it's a black screen. Thoughts escape my brain.
Does it matter though? Do you know?
Welcome to
I don't
bonus
know if
stage.
anybody even knows.
Not on low-light platforms, I don't think. I don't know. Although, that said, I'm certainly no authority on it. If anyone were an authority on it,
Yeah.
it's probably the guy who does it a lot, so I'll defer to him. I'll defer to Zorulda on this one. I strongly suspect it's not consistent. Okay, so wait, what is that yellow potion? It's either bongos or coconut, which is kind of horrendous.
Question is, do lag strats, like looking away from K. Rool, make a difference on emulator?
Alright, hear me out. If you were short 1 GB in Helm, and you see what you know to be bongos in a Helm room, you then chain into bongos into DK's Helm room, and then hit another GB. Genius.
Yeah.
a proxy GB in that room.
You know what you do is you go to DK's room and you get the bongos micro in to know if that's actually bongos. And peek the GB at the same time.
That's brilliant. That's just brilliant. It's funny. It's probably a little awkward for speedrunning practice because I think they're used to doing it with oranges and not feather.
Well, I mean, it depends on what category you're running, right?
I don't know if oranges cause too much lag either, because, you know, there are explosions. Turns out those aren't...
Maybe.
The N64 is not incredible at explosions, and this game in particular is notorious for it.
Is that the that's the second K. Rool phase?
I believe we have
one more?
lanky phase to finish.
And
No, we
it's going to
don't.
be a PB for...
Just kidding, he hit not done, and his timer on stream is still running. That's very funny. He's done! The time of
GG, well done.
134.23. I took the wind out of the sails, but Zorulda takes first place.
That's a 3-minute PB, well done. Fast seed.
Very fast. Alright, we will go grab the good doctor himself. Bring him down here. Hello! Zorulda, how you doing, Chief? GG's!
Yo, Mornin.
Congrats
Thanks
on
for the
Well,
GGs.
Congrats on the dub.
That was a new personal best.
Good job. We were excited for you.
That was a pretty good run.
That's a very nice seed.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like that seed was really, really straightforward. I've been burned on enough, like, you need to know exactly what's on your shop that you don't have at the beginning of the game. And I made sure to be very diligent about looking at exactly what Funky had in every single shop.
Yeah. It turns out a late Funky with a ton of valuable items.
Yep, had everything, literally. Peanuts, Rocket Barrel, Grape for some reason, why the heck not? Even though Owl was foolish. And then, like, the second I got Sprint, I was like, well, I know where Key 3 is at this point. Like, I know it's either on the O Sprint Underground, or it's on Beetle Race, or it's on Cabin, and I hadn't hedged my bets on Cabins immediately when I got in.
Did you have the balloon hint? That might help.
Yeah, Balloon to 3.
Yeah, balloon to 3,
Right.
that pins it down to sprint.
Yeah, I got that.
quickly. Yeah.
And Grape on Funky also kills Mausoleum.
Grape on Funky, you're right. Grape on Funky kills Maz. So, I don't know if I had Grape at that point, though.
Right.
I don't remember.
Because you went to Cave Castle first, not the caves. Or you did go to caves first.
Yeah.
So you would have had Grape by then.
You know, you're probably right.
Caves to castle, back to caves. A little bit awkward, but it worked out.
We see, once again, Castle Chunky Museum strikes again.
It's a good spot. It's a good pull.
Is that
Dude.
one of your nemesis?
Every time, dude, I swear to God, every time it's worth checking. At least getting the ferry and then checking the punch.
It's a great room.
It had items. Did that slam end up mattering?
I don't believe so.
It just gave me some extra checks that I could do.
That might have been
And
different.
just stuff I could rule out and not sweat too much over Super Simian Slam stuff.
Yeah, if you really wanted that rainbow point in Linky's attic in Forest, that's big. I mean, considering
You
we
know,
only found
I
two
was,
rainbow coins.
at that point I didn't have Grape, and I was like, like what if all of this is like leading to Grape and like homing ammo? Like, I would hate to have not done this check, and like I made sure I did it out of logic.
I guess nobody was worried about Sniper, but you know, that's fine. It's not like we knew exactly
Yeah.
what
At that
Sniper
point,
was.
I just had Feather.
Yeah, it's not like we knew where Sniper was like 10 minutes and nobody bought it, but that's alright.
No,
Well, I guess
I didn't
Feather-
figured you didn't need it.
Yeah.
That's the one Kong you don't use sniper with.
Yeah.
Thought.
Good call.
I've got a question for you, Zorulda. When did you know in your heart that the seed was done? That you knew
The
where
second
everything-
I knew where key 3 possibly could be, I was like, we're done. Well, the second I got rocket barrel boost, I was like, okay, we are in moves go mode. Everything else is just nonsense and fluff.
What'd you make of that? What'd you make of that guitar spot?
Huh? What'd I make of the guitar spot?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was pretty. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty surprising. I just did that just to clear my areas. I'm not sure if that's hinted anywhere in the world or anything like that, but it's
Yeah,
The best unresolved thing is punch to 8.
punch to 8. Yeah, that's really
pretty deep.
brutal. Like, you just have to check all your punch checks. If you have anything to 8, you just do all those checks, period.
Yeah.
That's just how it works, I guess. How's Mikey doing?
He's in the boot. He's almost done.
He's on
he's
his
in the
way
foot.
to a PB of his own, though. Like
hell
a
yeah.
9-minute PB.
That's
He's
huge.
a nice seed, except for the... We'll let him talk about the boulder incident.
I know he was like really frustrated, like because he always like finished between 150 and 2 hours. So it's
Yeah.
nice to see that he'll like get a good PB out of this.
Yeah.
You might be a little unhappy about some of the time left on the table, but... That's right. That's right, he's crushing.
I think even more than the boulder, though, I think what really crushed Mike is just GBs. Because Zorulda just found so many more early GBs than Mike did. Like, how did you feel about getting into Forest? Were you struggling for that at all, or did you?
No, not even a little bit. Because you know what I did the second I saw Forest was 34 and I had 31? I just went straight to Aztec, and it was only 13, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna check around in here, and then whenever I'm done checking, I'll probably have enough.
Well, you know
And I
why?
had, like, 36.
You know why Aztec is 13? It has to be super cheap.
I have no idea. Dude,
It's
it makes
'cause
no sense.
Aztec has your O-stand, and O-stand is your logical chunky access.
That is
Right,
true.
right.
And that uncorks the whole can of worms, because then you get chunky, and then chunky gets diddy, and so
You know,
you only
I don't
logically
know
have two
why
cons until
I
you get
entered the Tiny Temple. I knew that was O-stand.
Yep.
Like, it was obvious I already had Chunky at that point.
GG to Mike. He tops off with a 140.58.
Another fat PB, well done. Previous PB was 150 flat, so that's just over 9 minutes.
Pretty big, pretty
Hell
big.
yeah.
We'll see if we can pull him in a sec.
Super PB bros.
It's a good day to donk hard.
Oh, guess so.
Pull Mike in. Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations, Mike,
More
on your
Mike.
PB.
Thank you. Thank you. How about that key 5?
Good T5.
I read that key 5, like, I knew it was gonna be Tinies. It was the only one possible.
Yeah, I figured too.
but-
It's either that or the boss, but
But bro, I got to 49 CBs and I was like, I know for a fact I'm missing exactly one CB. And
Where was
this
it?
is what I'm known for, is missing one CB and missing world record.
Unlucky.
oh no.
Ah!
Oh man.
Is the one
so I was
CB
like,
that's
nope,
bad.
not today. I'm getting that CB.
The one that's most out of the way is pretty brutal.
Yeah, I hit
Like, you would've had to have
117 and
had
was in
coconut
panic
in
go
order to go
mode.
to TNS.
Because the whole thing was, I got the 117, had all my keys and all my endgame moves. I was like, oh, I gotta find a lot of GBs really fast, and I did not find them fast enough.
It's tough. That was it wasn't really there wasn't really any like obvious play for GBs. There's a bunch of just like mid options that didn't really feel great.
Yeah.
I was curious, like, when you and I hit our go modes.
When
like,
did you hit
prior
it?
to GBs.
You were both hitting go mode at pretty much the same time. Just Zorulda had about an 8 GB lead.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I
I'd
got
say about-
a lot of early game GBs. I focused a lot on Shockwave.
I did not get as many GBs early as I should have, and it bit me in the butt for it because I had to grind for Forest, and then after Forest, I just zipped through everything, and suddenly I had all the stuff I needed except for the GBs.
Speaking of grinding
Mike.
for Force, Mike, has
Wanna
your
talk about it?
has your disposition towards boulders changed any?
Oh yes, so Zorulda, let me tell you a funny story. I was like, I'm gonna do the funny tech that only Spike SSBU would think of. I'm gonna grab the boulder from the big X and Japes, I'm gonna carry it into the Hunky Chunky thing to get Funky early. Well, Funky doesn't drop to the ground when you do the bonus barrel. So I walked back to get the boulder, it's not there. The boulder is not there.
Nope, it's not.
I don't know when they patched that. They probably saw Spike do it once. Or
So,
like, yeah.
The
no,
other
we're
problem,
deleting this.
the other problem is that you can't reach Funky anyway, even if you had the boulder.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
actually about
It
that
would
boulder.
still
I
be too
wonder
high. Yeah.
if you placed it like over top the hunky barrel or something, and that's why it despawned.
That's probably the case. But
Maybe.
Hey,
Even with the boulder, you
Mike,
can't get
did
up
you
there.
get Baboon Blast and Gorilla Grab?
yes, I did. Not too happy with those.
Based.
I immediately was like, blast, that could be the balloon thing, except barrels isn't on the path, so I could ignore that entirely, which is nice.
Exactly.
Nope,
Oh,
so
that was
smart getting key 3. I was like, oh my god, if Zorulda didn't get key 5 immediately, I have an okay lead, except it's all going to disappear while I'm collecting GBs.
Yeah, I got key 5. Like, I knew exactly where it was, but I didn't know that I was missing one CB and tiny 5-door ship.
Unlucky. Yeah, Mike, I like that you were just a little more confident on where those keys were, because you did get the key 5 first trip that Zorulda went and got key 4, which worked out for him. It was fine.
Yeah.
You
But you
grading
didn't
for
have to
key
do
4?
the answer to Galleon. And you also routed your key 3 really well, where you did Castle first and got Sprint, and then did Caves to get key 3.
Because Caves doesn't feel good with that start. You have, Lanky and Balloon, you've got Tiny and Sax, and that's it? What extra checks can you do besides just walking around?
I only just got Kasplats for the most part, just to try to farm some GBs to see if I was gonna need them later. I did end up needing them for like Galleon and Japes.
Yeah, you did kind of have to
going-
stretch just a little bit to get to 7 and 8 for Japes and Galleon.
Just a little. I think it helped to stay in caves just a little longer, just to get the GBs, and then I cleared all of Castle that I needed to. The second I got Chunky, I went back to Castle and checked the museum. 100%.
You'd love to be out buying stuff too, but this is a very broke seed.
Yeah? All the rainbow coins were in Hideout Helm and Roof Dirt.
Not a lot of money
Yeah.
floating around.
There was also one in Lanky's attic, just saying.
Oh, he got that
did
one.
Lanky Attic.
Yep,
I think
you both
you-
got
That
that
was
one.
my second rainbow coin that I got that seed.
Much
Of
to your
2.
chagrin. Well, it did end up mattering because you were really tight on coins buying those last few.
Yeah,
funky-
that definitely let me buy a lot of stuff that I was at exactly the amount of coins for. I don't know if you guys saw that Aztec trip, but Donkey and Diddy immediately became broke.
That's good. I have a question for both of you. Do you guys write down GBs in your shops?
I don't have time for that, man. I gotta keep playing the game or I'm gonna fall
No.
behind.
Only potions and keys.
I'm lucky I remembered where a potion was this seed. I completely forgot that there were 2 potions on Funky and Caves until I went back to Caves to check Funky.
You know what would be smart is if I marked a particular shop as just GB, just to indicate that there's 2 or 3 GBs there.
Mhm.
I feel
I think
like
it's
that
very
would be
worth
really
it.
good for endgame.
especially in a seed like this where your go mode way before your GBs, because then you just go
Yeah.
instead of guessing, you just go and hit all your shops where you know there's GBs.
I think like the seed could have been faster if you just rushed your hints and then you like didn't try it. You tried not to worry too much about GBs, and then like right at the end you just cleared all your shops. Like that could probably have gotten you there, but like
You'd have to worry
I'm-
about GBs a little bit because Forest was a relatively high barrier and you couldn't
yeah,
get
I was
DK until
like
you got in
30,
there.
34 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that killed Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike was sitting
That,
at 33 for so long.
That stopped my momentum, and then I went to try to do Funky, only to get into Forest and be able to do Funky. So
Dude, the amount of times I walked into Funky's shop like a idiot, I can't even begin to count. Like
fortunately, I
before
only did it
hacking him.
once, but
You're just checking where he is. Just reminding yourself.
yeah. You had to be sure.
It's like, are we sure
case-
he's in Japes? Are you really sure?
Did we peek that big barrel in the back? We sure about that?
There's one thing I've learned in DK64 Randomizer.com is that you never can be too sure. Sometimes you think you got it and then it bites you in the butt. But this one got it in the bag.
Yeah. It was a good seed, great race. It was really fun.
You love to
I'm,
see 2 PBs in grand finals.
Yep.
Going fast. GG's to you both. I think that'll wrap it up here for DK64 Speedruns. Thanks for watching, team. If you enjoyed the Beta Blitz Finals, you got the Top 16 Blitz Finals tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow, I think. Time hack?
Tomorrow at 9 Eastern.
9 Eastern, 8 Central. Obviously, I mentioned
Cool.
Central because it's a better time zone, but that's not important. Not important here. So yeah, if you want to make sure you're watching that one, make sure you're following this channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll probably get both in coming soon-ish. The next one will be soon. I don't know what our upload schedule is. I just work here. Yeah, there you go. You want to see how the whole Blitz bracket panned out? I'm sure we got more videos rolling on our YouTube. Life is good. Come on down to discord.dk64randomizer.com if you're interested in events, or if you just want to play the game, you're run on down to dk64randomizer.com. I think I've hit my quota for the day. Excellent. Good. We'll send y'all off. And we'll go regale Spike with Tales of Bouldering.